Hello, this is Tom Psillas. I'm the CEO of wetcrow.com. Title of this video is How to Find Solutions to Most Problems. Do this. Okay? Let's face it, we all have problems. And and before we get into the deep end of the pool here, we have some housekeeping to do. I want you to, and there's a reason for it, because there's money in there for you. Okay? What I'm telling you to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit the notification bell. They're very important because I'm going to put a lot of videos on that are going to help you tremendously. If you're here to better yourself, obviously you're here, you're watching this video, there's a reason why you're watching it, okay? And I'm going to pay you to watch it, okay? I'm giving you 25 numeros, which is a digital currency, which is right now at $1.24 per numero. So you're getting $30 pretty much worth of dollars in value, okay? And commodities go up every 5 years. On average, it's 5 to 7 years. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 5. It could be as much as 7 in a rare occasion. Okay, like in the last 10 years when things were a little bit low, but that's not going to happen for a while. So things will be doubling every 4 to 5 years, the next 10 years, I think, maybe even 20. Okay, inflation is going to be high for a long time. The dollar is worthless. I think you know that by now. The government's overspending. They're drunk on, like they were spending money like a drunk sailor for the last 20 years. So, this is what's happening. That's the reality. You know it, I know it. All right, let's get, now that you learned that, at the end of the video, you're going to get your numero when you watch it. There's a code. It's going to be anywhere through the video. I'm going to give you the code. You're going to have to write it down, save it, and then you use it when you register on our site, which I'll explain later. Okay, how to find solutions to most problems. Do this. All right, we all get problems. We all get stuck at a time and fall in a rut, right? We all, get there. We all have problems. I mean, it's human nature, Problems are everywhere. Some are caused by us, some are caused by others. But I'll be honest with you, most problems are caused by actions that we do, or misaction, or no action. Okay, think about it. If somebody comes and repos your car today, right? Let's assume that's what's happening. Okay, I'm going to give you an example of that. It happens to a lot of people. Then they wonder why that happened. Well, they didn't pay the bill. Well, why didn't they pay the bill? Because they didn't make enough money. Okay, so you see, everything is like a chain reaction. Okay, so if you know the problem was caused by some action you did or lack of action, that's the same thing. Really, to me, that's the same problem. You caused the problem. Okay, by lack of action or no action or bad action or bad habits or whatever you want to call it. Okay, we're going to get down to meat and bed. So now we get stuck. So now what you do from now on, you're going to make a note of what happened, all the facts that led to that problem. Okay, it's going to give you an insight. You're going to start asking yourself questions. What caused it? You already know what caused it. Okay, I didn't have a job. I got laid off. It doesn't matter. It's, whose fault is it? Okay, you got laid off. Whose fault it is? Because you didn't do enough. You got to take the blame. You got to take responsibility for everything that happened. Even though it's somebody else's fault that they fired you, it's your fault that you didn't plan for that. You're supposed to be ready for all this stuff, okay? So these are the things I want you to start thinking about. Always take responsibility for what happened and say, how do I prevent that from happening? Just like the Israel-Hamas war. Israel said, how do we prevent this from our lack of intelligence gathering? How do we prevent the Hamas from attacking us again? Okay? You got to work the same way. That's like your 9/11 today. Okay? Think of this, your 9/11. Okay? That's why you're here watching. How do I fix this? Okay? This is what you got to do. Okay? And I promise you, if you do this, you're going to be much more successful, because now you're going to answer your own questions, because you're always going to find a solution to the problem. You can Google answers. All these little problems, when you create more questions, you ask yourself this question, you can actually go on Google, and there's tons of videos on how to prevent these problems. Okay, how to get rich. I have a whole bunch of videos on that. You can watch my videos. How to take action. How to become successful as a handyman. Why are most handymen broke? I talk about that. Where's the money at? Where are my customers at? Where do the customers have the money? Well, obviously they're not going to be in the poor neighborhood. You're not going to go to Craigslist and advertise your service, because you're going to get the crappy customers. You want to go where the people have money. I go and put door hangers on homes. Okay, in the rich area. I know I'm going to make double the money. I'm not going to sell a mounted TV for $79 if I'm a handyman. I'm going to charge $200. I'm going to go in the rich neighborhood, because they're not going to question the price. They're willing to pay, because I'm going to make sure I clean up after them, because I'm not, I'm not going to be there just to survive. I want to make money. I want to have a good life. Okay, I got handymen that are making over $1 million a year. Okay, But they're not doing all the work themselves. They do it initially, then they hire helpers for $30 an hour, and their handyman $30 an hour is a lot more money to make than 20. The average guy that hires helpers only pays them $20 or 25 an hour, maybe 20 an hour, 18 an hour, okay, or sometimes less, okay. Why would you work for that? Okay, you got to value yourself. You got to put value on what you are worth. Okay, if you don't think you're worth anything, then you're not worth anything, because it's the perception. Something like when you buy something, why do you buy something? Because you think the value is worth more than what you're paying for it, right? Okay, think about it for a second. How do you buy stuff? Would you pay $100 to buy a burger? Well, there are people that will pay $100 to buy a burger because maybe it has caviar on it. There are people that are paying over $100. They're paying $1,000 for a burger. Okay, they're out there. You just don't happen to see them because you're not living that $1 million lifestyle like I described in my other video. Okay, you're not able to live that way because you don't know. You haven't experienced it because you haven't learned how to make money yet. Okay, so that's why we're working on this. First, we got to solve the problems first. Okay, let's take any problem. Your mother, your kid. You're a teenager, and your mother won't let you go out on the weekend or something because you did something wrong, or you're dating too early, and they're a little worried about you. Okay, that's a common problem. Okay, I'm going to address. I'm trying to address all the problems, but think about it. Did you do something to cause your parents to lose trust in you? It's a trust issue. Okay, so it's the same kind of thing. You've done. If you take responsibility for your actions, you're going to find out that you caused that. 9 out of 10, I bet you caused your parents to. They're not assholes, okay, like you might think right now. You might think that your parents are assholes. They're not. They're 9 out of 10. They're doing it because you did something to lose their trust. And that's one thing. You can Google it. You can look on YouTube. There's a lot of videos on that subject. How do I gain trust in my parents? Again, same freaking thing, okay? Every question you ask, you can get an answer to it. You can Google it. You can look it on YouTube. But you got to create the questions first. You got to ask yourself, what did I did wrong? Then you work your way down the fact, what kind of I've done differently? What caused this to happen? You start asking these questions. You're going to start creating more questions, and then you're going to find the solutions to your problems. They're out there, okay? How can I get more? What is it? What is your problem? How can I get there? How can I get there? How can I solve it? How do I solve the problem? What are the possible solutions? Write them down, and you keep going forward like that, okay? I hope I gave you a good list of things. Now I'm going to give you the code in a minute, and I'm going to explain the digital currency real quick, and we're going to get on our merry way here, because I know you have things to do. Hopefully, you're going to learn from this. You're going to get busy. You're going to act on your stuff, and you're going to solve all your problems. Okay? Now, the digital currency is called the numero. It's based on a basket of 50 commodities and precious metals, including gold, silver, diamonds, cotton, coffee, and a bunch of other commodities. Okay? That said, it was 122 just recently. Today went up to 124. A week ago was 128. Okay, because of the government shutdown fears, all commodities went down in the last probably a little bit before that, because the fear of recession caused commodities to go down. People were cutting back across the world, and commodities went down a little bit. But now they're starting to rise again because people are realizing I think the Israel-Hamas war woke people up. We got to get on with our lives. We're going to get distracted. We're going to keep getting distracted. We're never going to get ahead. We got to plow forward. We got to find solutions to these problems. All kind of problems that we all have. We all have problems. Okay, so we got to find a solution. We can't let this happen again, like with Hamas. We can't let it happen again. Same thing with you. This should be your 9/11 today. We never want to have these problems happen again. How do we prevent them? What can I do differently? Let's take responsibility. Say it was my fault. I must have done something. Okay, what did I do wrong? You find the answer to that, and then you'll start finding solutions to it. You'll realize, here's how I do it. Then you go on Google, you figure out how to appease my parents, if that's what you're having a problem with. How do I take care of this problem? How do I prevent it from happening again? What caused it? You start, ask a lot of questions. There's a zillion questions. What are my bad habits? What caused me to have these bad habits? Why am I doing this? Why am I letting these bad habits interfere with my life? Why am I watching TV every day? If I want to become wealthy, I gotta shut my TV off. I gotta stop browsing social media except to post a thing about your business. Uh, I mean, you got to put away all that distraction. You might have to give up your kids' baseball games. You might have to. You're not going to have. You're not going to be going to all the parties every time there's a wedding. You might have to give up going to a wedding. You're going to have to give up the World Series and the Super Bowl. That sucks, doesn't it? But you know what? That's the commitment you got to make. If you're not willing to make that commitment, turn this video off right now. You don't deserve to get the code. Go back to your life. Enjoy watching television every night, and go back and be broke. Because you know what? You're going to be broke in 5 years. The government's going to be extinct. You're going to have, our governments are all going to break very soon. Tech is taking over. They're becoming the superpower of the world. You're very unlikely to have Social Security or any benefits when you retire. You're on your own, man. You're on your own. You better start figuring out how to save money and make money, and invest so you have income coming when you're old. You got to have income. You want to own properties. People are going to have to go buy food. If you own that grocery store building that the grocery store's in, you're gonna have rent coming in every month. But you're better off starting with smaller commercial buildings. Like I like small plazas that have like a pizza house, a liquor store, and a hair salon in there. Okay, I know I'm going to have $5,000 a month coming in. If I buy 4 of those, I got $20,000 a month coming in. Okay, I'm going to teach you that if you stick with me, and you're going to register on wexroad.com down below. I'm going to be sending you an email with the code. Within a couple of weeks, you're gonna, if you decide you want to move forward, my program is going to be free of charge. I'm not going to charge you for it because this is what I'm committed to helping others. I'm becoming a billionaire. I'm becoming one. I'm not there yet. The cash is all invested in my business. I invest where I make money. Okay, I'm making money. I'm investing in there right now. After about 3-4 years, when I cash out, then I'll have a lot of money. When I sell the business, I'll have a lot of money. Okay, then I'm going to invest in real estate, so I have guaranteed income coming in. Okay, that's what I'm going to do, and that's what you should be doing. So, or invest in other stuff. You're going to invest in precious metals. You're going to have the Numero possibly, but you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Never put all your stuff, more than 10% of all your value of your assets in one thing. Okay, you want to spread it around a little bit. The stock market's more like a casino, but there are companies that are going to be long-term good investments, okay? Watch what Warren Buffett does. You might learn something from him. There's going to be stuff. AI is going to be, for a while, in the future, but there's going to be a bust. So if you invest in AI, you're going to have to probably invest in 3-4 companies, knowing that 2 of the 3 are going to go bust, okay? If you go with that attitude, you can make a lot of money, and you'll probably make, one of them will do well, you'll make a lot of money. So you invest $100 in 5 different companies. There's ways to do that. There's a lot of things. You got a lot of apps out there that do that for you. Okay, so that's what you want to start doing. Now, here's I told you how the Numero works. You're going to get the code. You're going to plug it in after you get your email. You're going to register at the link below, www.wexroad.com. I'm going to explain some stuff in the description as well as I think about them, and that's it. I mean, it's that simple. Here's your code. It's going to be 100XY. It's 100X, X as in xylophone, Y as in yes. Okay, it's not hard. 100XY is the code. Write it down on a piece of paper. Put it in your wallet. Show that you're serious. Get back on here, register, and start solving your problems. Okay, I want you to be successful. I don't want you to suffer anymore. I want you to know how to solve your problem. I want you to know. Once you develop the skills, you'll be able to solve any problem that comes your way, because you're going to be better at it, because now you know the process of how you're going to start figuring out, am I responsible? Was I possibly responsible? Did I fail somewhere? Did I, like Hamas, like Israel they didn't keep up their intelligence. They slacked. Okay, we all slack at some point. We all fall down on our face. It's just, you got to start, one day you see that you're doing that, you got to wake up and fix it before it becomes a problem. Okay, you don't want to wait till you get attacked like Hamas, like Israel did. You don't want to wait that long. If you know you have a problem, that's why you got to keep yourself accountable. You got to ask your question every month. You got to review your progress. Am I doing this correct? Am I avoiding problems? Am I weak somewhere? These are the things. You got to be on top of it always, always, always. And you're going to have people. You're going to develop a network of people going to help you do this. Okay, you got to. I have a lot of videos on this stuff. My billionaire blueprint book's coming out very soon. You'll get a free copy if you ask for, you're going to ask for it online. There's a link. Do you want the book? And you'll get it. You can read it It's going to be online, and you can read it. Maybe I'll let you have a PDF. I'm still debating it, but you'll have access to the book, and you're going to learn a lot from that. Okay, and I give you resources to go online. There's stuff online as well. I mean, that's why, information is out there for almost free. A lot of people are trying to sell something. Look, I don't believe in that. I'm helping my fellow man. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I don't believe in having to have you sell your program. I mean, it's nice because Grant Cardone does. He makes money. Okay, it's a business. It's part of his core business. But you know what? I learned a lot more from Alex Harmozy. Mosey. He's on. Subscribe to his channel. He's great. He'll teach you a lot of stuff. If you're broke, he'll tell you how to get out of that hole. Okay, you can do this. Put the faith in yourself. Do it, and just take massive action. That's all you gotta do is get up off your ass and act on it, and take massive action every day, and find out what your problems are. Fix them one by one. Fix your bad habits and better yourself, and you'll start seeing invest in yourself. You might have to spend a couple $100 here, $1,000 there to find the right course to do that. That'll help you how to sell better. You got to learn how to sell, okay? How to marketing. You're gonna have to learn all these traits, but you might spend some money. But try to find out what you can for free. You invest your time. If you have no money, you have to invest your time more. It's the same thing. Time is money. So learn how to do that. You're gonna make a lot of money, and I wish you success. We'll see you on the other side. Thank you very much. Again, your code was 100XY. Thank you.